What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron. Today we're going to be getting into a Dynasty rookie mock draft. I figure, had a little bit of a log week. I'm not going to lie to you guys. St. Patrick's Day, wall-to-wall college basketball. Anything football related that happened over the weekend is kind of a blur for your boy. So I figured I'd hop on here, mix it up with you guys, see what the heck's been going on in Dynasty fantasy football world, do a rookie mock draft, and just kind of get a read of the current landscape of Dynasty. If you're in here, let me know. Say what's up. How are we doing? I'm going to be getting this going on Sleeper here in a second. I also would like to pull up I don't watch baseball at all, but I would like to pull up the score of this USA game just because I have money on USA. I figured, you know what? Japan versus USA, you can't always, I don't watch any baseball, but I'll happily root on the USA in any sport. Hockey, World Cup, anything. What do we got? We got Anthony Ross in here. Sup, Ron? How are we doing? How are we? The GOAT returns. It's a heavy title to live up to, but we're here. Also, got a fresh cut for the fellas. Look, if your girlfriend, mother, broad, baby mama is near the TV while you're watching this, I would tell them to maybe go to bed, go to a different room. It is going to be dangerous for them to see me on this screen right now. Come on now. How are we? We got Andrew in here. First live stream. Love to see it. What's up, Tyler? Good game so far. Yeah, I don't follow baseball enough to know anything about anything, but FanDuel had a boost that I took. It was no, Japan's up. I took the boost. It was Trey Turner or Mike Trout to hit a home run and the USA to win. So we already got the home run. But it seems like this is going to be tough. It seems like this is going to be a little bit tougher than I thought it would be. All right, so what do we got? So fresh is so clean. That's an OG right there. What is it? What it is? Go USA. What do we got? I thought more about the Cup 101 question. I really feel like he had a higher floor than the youngins. Spin me that question one more time, brother. I sort of remember the first time what we were talking about, but I don't remember the specifics of the trade. All right, so let's fire this up on Sleeper, huh? Told my girl to leave. That's a smart move. Clean fade, my boy. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I had I think my boy Brandon did it. Can't remember his name. I go to this one place and I kind of just I don't know, I trust all the guys there. They're all good at their jobs. All right, so let me make this on Sleeper. I haven't made anything. Let me know what's kind of been on your mind just in terms of Dynasty. I'll expose myself here. I haven't been following. I sort of saw some of the free agent stuff that happened over the weekend. Of course, I saw Damian Harris to the Bills and Singletary to the Texans. Is there anything I'm missing, though? I think Minshew went to the Colts I saw, too. Should I make a video? I was debating making a video. I have a free open spot for a video on Thursday. Would you guys prefer, I could do a rookie mock draft with landing spots where I go through my top 12 to 15 and just go based off of whatever mock draft I find, or I can just kind of rapid fire go through everything that's happened in free agency and just kind of give you guys my bite-sized takes on them. So let me know how you guys think about that, or what you guys think about that. All right, so we'll go 4 rounds, of course, linear, rookies only. All right, I think that'll work. Put myself in here. Let me fit the camera in real nice, and then I do know I just asked you guys a question. All right, let's do this. Oh, yeah, the Brandon Cooks trade. Brandon Cooks to the Cowboys. That's fun. All right. This isn't as zoomed in as I would like it to be. Let's go maybe a little bit more. All right, so I'm going to send the link in the chat real quick. So if you want to get in, I'm just going to send it right in there. Boom. What do we got? What do we got? I asked if going Cup 101 was crazy in best ball. Yeah, I'll take the youngins. I think the youngins have a higher floor. Like, I get what you're saying with Cup, but his quarterback is a question mark. He's older. Like, if we're just looking at kind of the trajectory of Jefferson and Chase, they have a higher floor because it's tougher for me to see them busting in year 3 and year 4 at this point. Like, kind of, in their primes at the top of their game. Both of them have very, very capable quarterbacks. Probably easier to stay healthy when you're younger too. Like, it's just kind of the point in their career that they're at that I think it's a safer bet, if that makes any sense. Dalton Schultz value up or down with the Texans? Down for sure. Down for sure. I think a lot of his value was sort of contingent on catching passes from Dak Prescott. Cook straight, of course. Matt, I'll actually, let me put a poll. I never utilized the poll while I'm in these live streams. Let's bring a poll up real quick. You know, it's probably not really needed. Let's do. All right, we need 2 more in the mock. Let me know how y'all feel about that, because I have a free video spot. Like, either it's gonna be Friday, it's gonna be either Thursday or Friday. I think tomorrow I'm gonna finally get around to looking through my Dynasty teams. Because I think that would be good practice for you guys to just kind of like, you can see, like, I'll probably go through like 9 of my Dynasty teams. You guys can just see what the hell I'm doing in them. It'll be good for me because I think that you should have like a clear goal in mind in the offseason. You know what I mean? You don't just want to be willy-nilly just trading just to trade and, I don't know, trying to value hound your way. All right, we need 3 more, fellas. I dropped a link in here. Get in. We need 2 more. Come on now. Who do you prefer in Dynasty? Christian Watson over Pickens for me. Pickens wasn't the best prospect of all time, and Watson just played way too well in his first year for me not to gas him up. Hey, we got Cody Carpentier in here. What's going on, brother? All right, 1 more. What else we got going on? I hope I didn't give you guys ASMR on that drink of water. That could have been bad. All right, 1 more team. You guys got any questions? Let the boy know. I'm down to answer trade questions. I'm down for it all. Man. All right. We'll get this. I'll randomize this up. We'll get going. Let's see. Dog, every time I randomize these, I never get put in a place that I would like to be. Actually, the 105 is pretty sweet this year. I'm actually being a bit dramatic there. I'm being a bit dramatic. I think the 105 is like almost a spot I would love to be in. Actually, probably the 104 is where I'd want to be, just so I could get one of the 3 quarterbacks to fall back to me. But I also don't mind the 5 spot, because then you're getting, your pick of the litter between wide receiver, running back. If you think Will Levis is him, maybe that's where you're going. Let's see. So Richardson goes. I'm on the clock here. I'll be honest with you guys. I think that this is, for me, I think that this has to just be, no, not the 3-1 Japan, dude. I think that this has to be JSN for me. I'll take JSN. JSN's very quickly becoming my undisputed wide receiver 1. I think as of now, he is at the point where he is pretty much qualifying for legendary. Lance Zierlein upgraded some of his wide receiver grades. I've been waiting for him to. He hasn't put out a complete upgrade yet, or update yet. You guys know I use his stuff in my models. He went from a 6.29 to a 6.39, which is absolutely massive. That's like a second, third round guy to like a back end first type grade on JSN, which pretty much puts him, as long as his relative athletic score sticks, he should be a legendary wide receiver prospect. We should be taking him immediately after the big three quarterbacks are gone. Regardless of landing spot, long as he goes round 1, for me, he'll probably be wide receiver 1 pretty easily. And that's a huge rebound after we thought he wasn't going to test well, and Lance Zierlein gave him a pretty terrible grade. But yeah, you said Japan just smacked another homer. Jeez, dude, not looking great. You said you traded Dameon Pierce straight up for Watson. I actually kind of like that. I actually do like that a lot. If it's Christian Watson, if it's Deshaun Watson, very much a fan of that all day. Cam Akers a sneaky win now running back in Dynasty. I don't mind buying Akers for the cheap. I don't mind buying him for the cheap, but I don't know. I'm not in love, you know. The Rams offense is just like pretty meh, and it sounds like, to me, they're a team that could easily draft somebody like day 3 or something. They could be waiting in the wings on one of these running backs as well. I'm trying to think of who's even still available. Everybody I can think of has signed already. We got Carpentier in here. What's going on, brother? Can we get your thoughts on Ramondre? Just traded the 108 and a 1 quarterback for him. I actually kind of love that. If we're talking 108, that's what? Bijan, JSN, Gibbs, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Mayer for Ramondre? Or like, you know, Downs for Ramondre? That's a beauty. Ramondre is one of the few running backs in the NFL that can hit like 80-plus receptions. There's a very small list of guys who can do that and also be as electric as he is on the ground. Man, I wish I had my rankings pulled up next to me. Man, do we still believe in Zach Evans? I'll honestly take Sean Tucker here. I'll take Sean Tucker here. I posed this question on Twitter. What the hell are we doing with Sean Tucker's like self-performed combine? Because if I plug those numbers, his speed score and his relative athletic score from that day into the RS grades, he would really pop. But I have a hard time just taking those numbers and plugging them right in. I have a hard time doing that. I know there probably was, no foul play. There probably was no like manipulating the numbers, but I know it's laser, and I'm not saying that he faked it. I'm not saying that the numbers like are wrong or anything. It just feels wrong to compare apples to apples when everybody else did it at pro days or combines. So I don't know. I think I'll probably leave his stuff blank in terms of athleticism and just grade it as he didn't test. It's tough. It's extremely, extremely tough, man. It's extremely tough. Are you guys like what? He ran like in the 4.3s or something, right? Let me see this. I think he's clearly a good athlete. I'm not saying that the combine or like his little personal combine was a joke or anything, or that, like I said, that he messed around with anything. But man, 4.3, 940. I know he was a track guy. I know that he is fast. I don't know that I can just plug those numbers right in, if you guys get what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'll adjust them. I know Cody as well. I've been sort of waiting for Player Profiler to make that decision for me. I check his player page. They haven't updated his workout metrics or anything based on that. So I am definitely curious to know, like, I don't know. What the hell do we do with those numbers, man? Because they look good. They look good. His speed score would pop. His relative athletic score would pop. All of that would really pop. But it's hard to be like, yeah, we will just take your, DIY combine as gospel. It's tough. What do you think the price in terms of draft capital is if you are moving from the 108 to the 105? I'm going to assume Superflex, tight end premium. Man, I honestly hate doing moves like that unless if it's the day of the rookie draft and like I know the guy's not going to make it to me. Especially here, like I would probably just stay at the 108 and just grab one of, JSN, Gibbs, Levis, QJ, Addison, Sharp. I think that's sort of where the tier breaks. Almost on the clock here. Hendon Hooker's gone. Okay. You know what, man? Give me Cedric Tillman, dude. I kind of like Cedric Tillman. I would take him in the 3rd round of rookie drafts, dude. I'm not going to call him a lock, but I think he goes round 2 in the NFL draft. He tested really well. He produced in spots. I've seen graphics of him like outproducing Jalen Hyatt like when they're on the field together. I'm very much interested in Cedric Tillman. Very much interested, especially in the 3rd round. I've seen him go like late 2 a lot of the time. So running in here late, Ron, beard looking dope. Thank you, brother. I had to get a nice little haircut for the fellas in here. I'm honestly lying. We went out for St. Patrick's Day, and dude, before then, dude, when I was just like working on spreadsheets and stuff, dude, I let everything, like if you look at probably the last video I put up on here, dude, everything was too long. Tucker's video said 4.33, bro. Like I can't just take I can't take your word on a 4.33. You know what I mean? I can't. K Mills. I'm assuming that's Kendre Miller's my RB4. Why did I just get him at 210? Well, I think it's because he hasn't tested yet. We don't really know when he goes. These running backs are tough, man, because it's really just going to come down to who goes day 2. I know somebody asked about Tyjae Spears in here somewhere. Thoughts on Tyjae Spears if he gets day 2 draft capital? I'll be in on any running back who gets day 2 draft capital in this class. I think Tyjae Spears would be interesting. I think Kendre Miller with day 2 draft capital would be interesting. Roshan Johnson, Tank Bigsby, like literally all of the names. All of the names. Anybody goes day 2, and they'll have a pretty good leg up over the day 3 running backs in my eyes. You said Singletary? I'm pretty sure Singletary signed. Hey, Ron, how are we? I feel like I've already mentioned that, but what's up, Brock? How are we? Yeah, Tucker's iPhone Pro Day, literally. What app is this on? This is on Sleeper. What would you want draft? I already 103 to 105. Man, I can't say I have an answer for that. Like I don't think, like I think you're in to move back from the 103 to the 105. So we're going. I don't think you'll get it. But I'd probably need a future first. Maybe I would do like 103 and a future second for 105 and a future first, but I wouldn't feel great about it. I'm sorry if these are bad answers to those questions. Damn, only Tucker Kraft left. I would have been down for Musgrave or Laporta here. Dude, I hear a lot of really good things about Dwayne McBride, man. It's a bummer he didn't test. I imagine UAB will have a pro day, but I like Dwayne McBride. He doesn't pop in the numbers, but I kind of trust my film bros that he looks good. I think he has good size. I could be completely making that up. 5'11", 215. Like, this isn't... Obviously, Sleeper's going to have a lot of these wrong, but 5'11", 215 is great size. Dwayne McBride's very interesting to me. I think a lot of these running backs are still pretty fun. Like, McIntosh is fun. I think Deuce Vaughn is still fun. I think Deuce Vaughn as a 4th-round rookie pick is also just wrong. It's time to stop sniping me? Hey, man. Hate the game. Buy, sell, hold. Christian Watson, Jahan Dotson, Jamison Williams. Probably buy Christian Watson, sell Jamison Williams, hold Jahan Dotson. I'm coming around a little bit on Jahan Dotson, fellas. I really am. This is super under wraps. Like, I honestly, I think I might scrap the whole project if I'm being honest. I made a model that's, like, decent at predicting year 2 points per game for wide receivers, and it's interesting to look at. It's not as strong as I was hoping for. I think I'll probably scrap it. But Jahan Dotson looks decent. He looks like he should probably be in that same tier as Pickens and the rest of them, and he's valued a clear tier behind. So I'm kind of sort of open to Jahan Dotson. And I don't mind Jamison Williams. But he is being priced as if he balled out last year. But I'm still open. Like, I think there's a ton of upside. I think that he could just have unmatchable speed, game-breaking speed. You know, Tyreek Hill level, just like see you later type speed. But I really don't know. and he didn't do much in year one. I know they limited his routes, so it's tough. It's a black box, but you're really not getting a discount at all, man. You're really not getting a discount at all. He's already priced as a top 20 wide receiver, and he literally has done nothing. I think that there's upside to be had from that. But man, you're paying a premium. I'm holding him in some. I think I have him in like one team. I'll hold him there just because I don't want to miss out on. If he hits, the way that he hits is pretty massive. You pay the 110 and 111 for the 107. I think that kind of makes sense. My take on most RBs is the NFL and their draft cap will tell me what to think. Yeah, I agree, and I'll just kind of make the plays within each. We got Nez in here. What's going on, brother? You're trying to get the 201. That makes sense. All right, should we start up one more? I'm down to do un mas. Jeez, dude, the USA is not charging back here. All right, let's do one mas. I would comment on some of this stuff, but I think, I feel like I touched on most of it. I think Keaton Mitchell there's a little bit high. I'm looking through. Nothing else really sticks out. I think Mims in the third is going to be a value when we look back. Darnell Washington in the third is fun. I love Dwayne McBride here. I love Kenny McIntosh. I love Deuce Vaughn in those spots as well. Yeah, nothing really sticks out. I think this was pretty cookie cutter. And we'll be moving on here. I appreciate the W. All right. Let's run up another one. Now you guys are going to see all my business. All right, so I think that this will work. All right, yeah, let's just hop right into another one. I hope that the rules are all fine. This should be everything that we were just on, dude. Not Snake. Okay, geez, there it is. 12 teams, rookies only. Okay, everything should be good. Let's do one more, huh? We'll do one more. Hope that link works, fellas. So what else we got in here? I'm down to, like I said, I'm down to answer trade questions. I'm just hanging out, chilling with the fellas. Make sure you guys leave a like. We're only at 13 right now. We got to do better than 13 likes, fellas. We have to. What else we got in here? Speaking of Dotson, got offered Dotson and 202 for the 207, 209, 212, and 303. What the damn hell, man? So let's just say the 202 is worth the 207 and the 212. No, I think the 202 is probably worth the 207 and the 209. So it's like, I think you have to smash that. If you're getting Dotson there, if you're getting Dotson in the 202 for your 207, 209, 212, and 303, I think I do that. All right, I think we got 12 in here. Yeah, let's hop into another one real quick. We'll randomize this bad boy. Boom. Of course, I'm at the back end. All right. So what else we got in here? James Cook or Brian Robinson? I'm assuming this is Dynasty. And I'll take James Cook. And I don't love either of them. I think that I probably lean sell on both. I will say, though, if the market's souring on James Cook because of Damian Harris, maybe I'd be into it. But I'm still not that interested, to be honest. James Cook's tough, man. Because I'm not sure what the ceiling is. Like, he just feels like a Duke Johnson to me. And Brian Robinson, I think, just isn't very good. I will say, though, he did have, a bullet wound in his legs. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh. But I think I go James Cook just for receiving upside. And I honestly think Brian Robinson, I just don't think he's very good. I know that some people will fight me on that. But I don't know. And Cooks is on a better team. I believe he's younger. They're both pretty meh running backs that I wouldn't be dying to trade for, if that makes sense. All right, so the first round went quickly. I completely missed what the hell just happened here. So we had Robinson go, Bryce Young, Richardson, CJ Stroud, JSN, Gibbs, Addison, Levis, Quentin Johnston. Man, I would have liked Quentin Johnston there. So now we're looking through, like, it pretty much for me, it comes down to Sharp. I'd be open to Josh Downs here as well, but I think I'll go Charbonnet. I don't even love Charbonnet, but I think I'll have him higher. Like, he's just a silver in the RS grades, but I'll probably have him higher. I'll probably have him higher than where the RS grades might suggest, because the return on investment at running back in Dynasty is huge. Like, you don't have to show a ton to get bumped up, right? Like, if we just think back to, like, Travis Etienne did nothing his first year. Now, of course, the running back landscape has been really, really bad recently, but he did nothing his first year. Heading into last year, he was like a top 8 Dynasty running back. We saw the same thing with, like, Cam Akers had like 2 carry games, and that carried him as like a top 10 running back, like, round 3, round 4 type startup pick. Same thing with Dobbins his rookie year. You really don't have to do a ton, I don't think, to increase your value. If you're like a second round draft pick in the NFL and, like, the community likes you, Charbonnet comes out and is like fine. He could scream up to, like, top 4 round type value without even really giving you, like, he doesn't have to give you an RB1 season. He probably can just give you an RB2 season, show some flashes, and give you a huge return on investment from where you got him. So that's really what it comes down to for me. Even though I think that Josh Downs is probably a safer and even probably a better prospect as well. Hey, Ron, I have the 101. Hey, Ron, I have the 101 and I need Bijan, but also the 108 and then the 401. Need a quarterback and I get one there. You could potentially sell a 24 first. I wouldn't worry about filling the quarterback spot until the season starts. Like, I wouldn't really worry about like, what am I trying to say here? I wouldn't really worry about like, positional stuff until we get closer to the NFL draft. Also, in a Superflex side and premium draft, fellas, like, I'm running to the bank with Michael Mayer at the 210. I'll run to the bank with Michael Mayer at 210. So yeah, I wouldn't be tempted to, like what I would do is I would sort of see how it goes. Maybe take Levis at 108, or maybe bait a rebuilder that might want a quarterback into, maybe you give him the 108 and like a future first. He takes Levis, and maybe you upgrade quarterback to Trey Lance. Maybe you can get into the I'm trying to think, like, can you get into the Deshaun Watson, Dak Prescott conversation with the 108 in a future first? Maybe. But that's the sort of thing I'd be looking at. I'd either maybe want to take a Will Levis at 108, or I would just take that pick, package a future first, and go spend up for a quarterback that might give you more points in year 1. Traded Mixon for the 114. I think that's fine, I guess. I think that's fine. I'm not in love with it, but I think that that's probably about fine in terms of 114 for Mixon. I assume you're in a startup, Nez. Also, somebody asked if we're doing any I probably should have answered this. Somebody asked if we're doing any Patreon startups. And I think we will be soon. Like, honestly, what it is, man, is I'm pretty close to my max of Dynasty Leagues at this point, but I have the one Dynasty League that I absolutely love. That's a tournament between 2 Dynasty Leagues. We'll definitely be expanding that out. Now, the question is whether or not I will be starting a side or like another startup from scratch. I'm not sure I can promise that. Just because I don't want to get in over my head in Dynasty Leagues, you know what I mean? Oh, dude, give me... Man. Honestly, give me Evan Hull. I debated taking a tight end there, but I'll go Evan Hull. Yeah, are you planning to do a startup this year with subs or on Patreon? That's my answer. Like, I don't know that I'll do another startup from scratch with the patrons. Just 'cause, dude, at this point, we have like 5 patron leagues. You know what I mean? Like, there's only so many that I can do. But like I said, we have the tournament one, which I want to add leagues to every offseason. So that kind of counts, you know? I know it's not as fun as like me being in the room and trading with you guys and everything, but I don't know. I don't want to overextend myself and then like not be super active, and I don't know. I think you can get into a really dicey spot there. Marvin Mims could be interesting. I like Marvin Mims. I think that he's actually a good bet. I think that he could go second round. I think he could. Sell or hold Rachaad White? Probably sell. I imagine the market is probably overvaluing the departure of Leonard Fournette, if you will. I think that they could very easily draft somebody. I think they could also very easily just be super bad. I think Rachaad White could also be not a needle mover at running back, if that makes sense. So I'd be down to just sort of move off of him. I don't know. Tough to say. Antonio Gibson is better. I agree Gibson's better than Brian Robinson, but I don't think the coaches see it that way. I know Cody's a big Gibson guy. Love Chase Brown at the 305. Yeah, that's actually a sweet value. If you do another startup, yeah, I've been making them best ball recently, man, but it's still, like, it's a ton. The tournament is best ball. That's what I think is pretty sweet. You said it's in a one quarterback league? Oof. Mixon for the 114 and a one quarterback, I probably would have just held on to Mixon at that point. I don't think it's like an overwhelming L because everybody's out on Mixon at this point, but I mean, if he ends up, I don't know what's good with the legal stuff. I don't know if we've gotten any news on that, but like if he's going to play this year and be the RB1 for the Bengals, he's going to score points. How much does this draft change with landing spots? Probably a good bit. I'm trying to think of one that would really stick out. I don't know. If like Michael Mayer, if any of these tight ends went to like Cincinnati, I think that they fly up the board. I think same with like a lot of these running backs who don't know the draft capital. Like if Zach Evans goes like round 2 to the Chiefs, then he skyrockets up. What else? Cedric Tillman as well. I think that he could go second round to a pretty sexy spot like the Chiefs and could skyrocket up. It really just comes down to draft capital and do they go to a good offense. I'm trying to think who else can kind of like outshoot their projected draft capital at this point. If Gibbs goes first round to like a crazy good landing spot, he could probably fight for like 104-ish area. I'm trying to think. But yeah, mainly draft capital and going to a high-powered offense, I think, definitely changes things. All right, so now we're up here at the back end. Jeez, dude. There is nothing. There is nothing here. Oh, my God. Is there just, like, any running back that's fun? Honestly, give me Eric Gray, man. Eric Gray, that's actually pretty sweet in the 4th round. I'll take that all day. I wonder if Oklahoma's pro day has happened, and I wonder if he tested Eric Gray, because I would love to get some measurements for this guy. Oh, that's actually, is Alabama-Birmingham? Alabama-Birmingham is Dwayne McBride, Wednesday, March 22nd. Is that tomorrow? I think that is tomorrow. So that's very interesting. I would like to get Dwayne McBride's measurables. I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah, Oklahoma. That's what I was actually looking for here. Oklahoma, March 30th, next Thursday. Okay. That'll be interesting. Who else are we kind of like waiting for a pro day from? I would like to see a pro day. I'm trying to think of like who didn't test. Kendre Miller, I would like to see. When's TCU's? Thursday, March 30th. Okay. I heard Bigsby ran well today. What about Abinaconda at Pittsburgh? Is that coming up? Emina OP. Geez, March 29th. So next Wednesday. Okay. All right. So we got pro days coming up here. There's gonna be a lot that I'm gonna be fidgeting around with in the spreadsheets, huh? You think that this was your best mock ever at the 6th spot? Gibbs, Tucker, Rice, Parker, Washington? I'd probably go Tillman over Rice. Fourth round Parker Washington's pretty sweet though. Thoughts on Waller in New York? I like it. I think I trust. I screamed at the top of my lungs last year, and people were like, "What the hell are you talking about, new coach?" Brian Daboll is very sharp. He's very creative as a play caller. He's going to get his guys in good spots. I think that he definitely has seen what has worked for Darren Waller, and he's going to get him all around the formation, outside, make him a focal point, see him as a wide receiver one. I think there's a tiny aspect in there from a team building perspective that I think that they see sort of what the Chiefs have done with Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce is super underpaid. Like I think that he's one of the highest paid tight ends, but he's still like outside the top, like probably like 10 wide receivers in terms of like highest paid salaries or whatever. So you can really get a nice edge by having an elite tight end because you can pay them less and use them like a wide receiver. So I think that they sort of see that blueprint, and that's what they're going to go with. So I'm all over it. We've seen Daniel Jones throw to Evan Ingram before and do completely fine in that aspect. So I don't know. I don't know where his price has settled out since then, but I'm very, very excited for Waller there. You're saying Mixon won't be indicted. So is he just going to play? I could see Mixon. He won't be indicted on anything. Huh. I wonder, does he get hit with a suspension, though? Like, because I feel like you can not get indicted, you could not get jail time and still get suspended. I think that that's sort of the fear. I could be wrong. Bijan to the Bengals. You got Rice, Washington, Tillman, but I'm open to changing my mind. Yeah, I wish I had a more cohesive argument on why I like Cedric Tillman. He doesn't pop numbers-wise, but he pops. Like Lance Zierlein has like a first-round grade on him. He popped athletically. He just looks like, I'm trying to think of like kind of what he looks like because I think that he's a senior. But I do like he's just a big physical wide receiver. Seems like he has upside where he produced in the games he played, but he had like injury issues. I've seen people make the case that he was better than Jalen Hyatt at Tennessee. So I don't know. I like him. I think that I think you can say with Rice as well that they're both pretty decent bets to go round two. If I had to bet money, I would say Tillman goes round two. But yeah, they're definitely close. All right, fellas, we got anything else? I just wanted to hop on here, do a nice little casual, quick stream for the fellas. Just kind of, put my finger on the pulse of just sort of what the rookie mock draft or just like rookie draft landscape looks like. Like I said, had a little bit of a long weekend. Went out for St. Patty's Day, wall-to-wall college basketball. It all feels like a blur. Yesterday I did spring cleaning where like look, man, when I'm in beast mode, I'm in the spreadsheets, dude. It gets like ugly down here. Like you guys could only see the parts that I clean up, dude, but I cleaned it all up. We're good to go. I just wanted everything to feel better. But we're going to be back on our grind. I think tomorrow I'll see if I could get that outline in one day. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but tomorrow I'm going to go through my Dynasty teams finally and then just kind of talk about what my plans are in each of them, what happened before, what my plans are for the rookie draft, players I want to be trading. Just because, like I said, like I think it's good to have a real strategy of what the hell are you doing in your Dynasty leagues? Like, what is the goal? Because I think a lot of the time people just like trade to trade. You know what I mean? Like, you should have a goal in mind. Are you trying to win? Are you trying to, make this move for this move so you can do this? I think some people just trade to sort of, mine value. And I guess that you can do that. I think in sharper leagues, like, I don't think you can really mine value too much. But yeah, so we'll cover that tomorrow. The day after that, I'm curious to see what you guys said on that poll. Man, it's pretty split. Maybe I'll end up doing both videos at a certain point. But rookie mock draft with landing spots, 57%, to free agency recap / roundup, 43%. So you guys want to see a rookie mock with landing spots? I don't know whose mock I'll use because nobody's really doing like 3-round mocks at this point. But we'll see. I'll probably have that video out like Friday, like Thursday, Friday. I also kind of want to do like an NFL mock draft soon. I know that that's not like fantasy football related, but low-key won a nice little accuracy contest on that last year. Now, if you made it this far, I appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe, leave a like. If you want access to the RS grades, my rookie rankings, all that good stuff, that'll be on patreon.com/Ron Stewart. I'll just flash it right here. It should be pinned at the top of the live chat. It should be pinned at the top of the comments, the description, all of that good stuff. We are gone for a second. Take a little bit of time to decompress when March Madness comes around. We're back. Time to get down to business. Time to get back into the spreadsheets. And as always, I will see y'all in the next one.